Green jackets on, black gloves are on, even if they are nitro medical gloves. We've got Mason the mallet. We need Harold the hammer. Come on, Eddie, lad, show them what you got.
Absolutely stupid, lads. It really is stupid.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, lads.
Good morning, my brothers in arms. As promised on Instagram yesterday, we are doing something on the driveway, back to old times. As promised, I found the green jacket and we've got the fake Yeezys on, lads. So you know that we're going back in time. I'm doing something to the Evo on the driveway, and that's for two reasons. First reason, Kieran's on holiday. And the second reason is I don't want to rush this. So I'm doing it on the drive so I can leave the car in jack stands overnight, over the weekend, whichever it may be. Obviously, you know from a few videos ago, Evo needs some work, Evo needs a lot of bushes. Now I know there's a bit of an argument in the comments, not argument, but a bit of a suggestion in the comments. There's no point saying, oh, if you're gonna go, where's my big hammer? I look like I was saying, you know, if you're gonna replace the bushes, don't bother going OEM ones, just get some aftermarket ones, polybush it while you're there. So I did. So we've got some Powerflex bushes. We actually got them from Lockwood. I've been talking to Lockwood for a while. We never had an opportunity to work with each other. We have done now. He's a really nice guy. Rich owns company. They're based in Leeds. Like, they sell absolutely anything you possibly wish for. Like, they've got a. I'll leave all the description. Go and look at their website, and we're trying to grow their Instagram because they've another company who's been living in a bit of the dark age and not really been going over to Instagram as much soon. So if you can go and show them some love on Instagram, that'd be great. Like, Rich has been amazing to talk to. So if you can go over to his Instagram and give him a bit of a follow and check out their website as well, like that'd be amazing. Thank you very much. So they supplied the bushes which we need. Big Eddie, the Iron Hill, on charge overnight. So Eddie the Iron Hill will be helping us today. Right, so we have an issue. I cannot find Harold the hammer. We've got Mason the mallet, but Mason the mallet is not going to be good enough today. We need Harold the hammer, and I'm not sure where Harold is. Here he is. Found it back at Evo, chilling out like a bad lad. Get next to Eddie. So the plan is we're gonna jack up the car and we're gonna sit it on two jack stands. Yes, I'm using jack stands. We're gonna get the wheels off. We're gonna get it really high. I want to be able to work it as easy as possible, and we're gonna get both wishbones off. First point of action. Green jackets on. Black gloves are on, even if they are nitro medical gloves, but the black gloves are on. Let's get her in there. Oh, we need to drive over brakes, bastard! Barry, stop rubbing the sockets off me, lad. Ugh. This wishbone's coming off. Now, we've got, as far as I'm aware, we've got a bolt. We've got a bolt here, that's the front bush. A rear one here, which is the bushes that are cracked. Big bolt there goes through, I guess it goes right into the frame. And then we need to take off the ball joint here, which is probably going to be the most annoying thing. But I've seen some guys, and then obviously just a bolt there for the drop link. I didn't actually know the drop links were attached there. That's good to know though. Probably better off pulling these two bottom ones off and just leaving the ball joint where it is, because trying to get that ball joint off would be a nightmare. And the big ball joint here. So we've got a bolt there, I guess that just loosens it. And then usually if you give this a big smack with a hammer, usually it brings itself out. So we're going to attack the ball joint first. I think that's the best case scenario. Now I was thinking about refurbing the wishbones, but I don't really think I need to do it. If I just start cutting into it and grinding into it and repainting, there's just absolutely no point. But because I was going to grind it down with get a grinder with a wire wheel and grind it down and stuff, but looking at it, I don't really think I need to do that. Now I know a lot of YouTubers like to do one side first, know how it's done, then film the other. I like to do the other way around. I like to film the first side, film the bits where it looks like I have no fucking idea what I'm doing, it's better content for you, and then do the other side on my own. So we're going to film this side, and then I'm just going to crack on the other side on my own, and then we're going to show you pressing the bushes out and stuff, which I've never done, so that'll be quite interesting to watch and see and do and be a part of. Right, so we're going to literally lube up everything we need to get off. So that bush in there, BD up here around this bush, bracket for the drop link, the bottle joint as well. Alright, and now I can't fucking see. Go. All the way with the spanner. Oh, now I can't fucking feel it. There we go. Okay, so perfect enough, guys. Now that bolt's off, the arm actually just came loose. Like, it's the only thing keeping it in now is that, like, I literally just pulled it and it popped out. So the ball joint has actually popped out of there now. So we can crack on with the other one. So we need to get this bolt off here, which is the front. So if you actually see me on Instagram, I was having a bit of a nightmare trying to order the bushes. It was like the front lower wishbone front mount, and it was like the front, lower, wristbone, rear mount, and like it was like the rear diff, upper, lower control arm, lightweight, light year, normal, lower, upper, round the circle, round the roundabout to the left mount. Yeah, so luckily I've ordered the right ones. Bolt number 2. Oh, this is a bigger socket. Oh no. Means it's gonna be on tighter. It's starting to rain as well, guys, so that's always nice. Come on, Eddie, lad. Right, break apart on this guy. Well, British weather, I have a plan against you, because I knew you were going to do this, you bastard. This is my wait till the rain fucks off seat. Right, the rain seems to have fucked off. Let's crack on, right? Right, I'm really hoping we can get good leverage on Barry in this tight situation. Come on, Bazza, lad. Fuck yeah, now. Woo, baby! Oh, we got it moving, we got it moving. Here we go, guys. Right, I think Eddie will have that now, to be fair. Come on, Eddie, lad, show him what you got. My guy. Right, I assume this guy's gonna be a 19mm as well, and I assume it's gonna be just as much of a bastard. We should. Oh, there we go. Come on, Eddie, lad. Oh, well, I've rumbled myself there, didn't I? Eddie. Look at these bad boys. Not us, lads. Not us. Okay, so these two holding the drop link in were being really stubborn. I tried to get the ball joint off, but I could have done, but I've lost a 40mm spanner, which hopefully doesn't come back to haunt me. So I couldn't actually get the ball joint off. So I had to resort back to these 2 bolts. Now I finally did it. Got a 1/2 inch with a this is a seat post off a bike, and that's a nice little cheater bar you can use. So it's you can literally, it's really good. So if something's a bit tight, use a lot more leverage. How easy that is, and push it in. It's gonna be hard to do. So that's a really nice, easy cheater bar seat post off a bicycle seat. Okay, awesome. So that like floating plate with the drop link off is off now. There we go. Right, that wishbone's out. Big chisel I bought ages ago. Just try and leave it out. There we go. Perfect. We go, 1 wishbone. Right, so I got one side off. I'm going to crack on with the other side off camera, and then we're going to get to doing the Powerflex bushes, which is going to be fun. So we got a problem on this side, guys. Finally got this wishbone bolt out. It was not coming out as easy as the other one, this one here, but the oil filter's in the way. Right, so what it's looking like, boys, a few of the guys have said take the engine mounts off and jack up the engine. I don't really want to do that. I don't really trust my knowledge enough to be jacking up the engine from the engine. I just wouldn't trust myself doing that. One of the bolts has snapped in the wishbone. One of these bolts has snapped inside the wishbone, so I'm gonna have to drill it out and then tap a new thread in. It's not the end of the world, it's okay. Right, I got it out. One of the guys on the page said just fucking dent the filter a little tiny bit. So I dented the filter a little tiny bit. There we go. I mean, the filter's not really that bad, it's a little bit dented, but I know that it's going to play on my mind. So for the sake of like 5, 6 quid, whatever it is, I'm just going to get a new filter and just swap the filters over. So hopefully Tegra will be able to send me one out next day. So. But we've got the wishbones off now, that's the main thing. The wishbones are off. We're going to take them to Lee. I'm going to have some dinner. We're going to take them to Lee and we're going to press in the new bushes, which is going to be great fun. So I'll catch you up after I have some dinner. Pick stuff off at Tesco because Tesco meal deal is the best thing ever in the world for £3. Look at that. This is saying for maximum caster, which we're just going to go with for the time being, because I'm not really sure what's the best caster for this car, but I'll get Dave to do a setup on that. Place the bore with the sleeve towards the middle of the car. Face, so that's going to be towards the middle of the car. Right, little ones are in. They were dead easy. Basically, didn't need to do the press for them. See how these go down. A lot easier getting them in, isn't it?
Always. Always easy to put in.
There we go. I had a bit of a nightmare with one of the bushes. We put all the bushes in one wishbone. We got basically one of them was pressing it in and one of them just literally exploded, and it like the ball fell out. And I'll show you now. So like this is what it should look like, and this is what it does.
So that ball literally just fell through it everywhere. I was pressing it right, I rang Powerflex, and they said there's no way that ball should be popping out. So they're going to send us another one, first class, here for tomorrow. So what's going to happen is they're going to leave that arm here, take that arm home, fix that arm, leave the other one here, come back tomorrow if it's here in time. So I've got Butler in the afternoon. They'll get that pressed in, and then we'll fit the other arm. Bit of annoying, but shit happens, whatever. Shit, at least they're sending me another one, so it's fine. Right, so I'm going to press out this last bush. I've already started doing it now. I'm going to press out the bush which exploded. Let's just get this bush out. There we go. Should have grabbed it, but filming is #1 priority. With this wishbone, the thread actually snapped when I've taken the bolt off on the other side, which is not good. So I'm currently re-drilling it, and I might have to tap a new thread inside of it. Drilled 2 new holes, and we've got 2 new bolts in there, so that's good now.
So massive thank you to Performance Northwest for, well, I would say letting us use their tools, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without their help. So huge thank you to Performance Northwest. We're actually going to be here in the morning. Hopefully they get delivered like first thing in the morning, and then we can turn up and do it tomorrow as well, because I've got jobs tomorrow evening, so I don't want to be turning up at like 3 in the afternoon and doing it, because I'll just be stressing out then. So Performance Northwest, huge thank you to them. You obviously seen him in Jesse's videos, or you probably have. They actually do MOTs now as well. They've just got the new MOT thing, so they're excited about that. So if you're local, pop into them, really nice guys, get MOTs. And they actually do finance and stuff, so that any like big mods or anything like that, they actually do finance on them. They do 0% finance as well, and they also do it like no credit checks. So if you young lads haven't got the best finance, go to them, and you want a big turbo or something, go speak to them guys, they'll sort it out for you. But we're gonna get home, put this other arm on. Right, we're back on with the Evo, home sweet home. Now I need to put this back on quick, because I need to go to the sunbeds. I know most people don't need to go to sunbed, but I've got a job tomorrow night, and I need to go to sunbeds because I'm absolutely so pale. So let's get this arm on, hopefully everything lines up perfectly. Got the new Powerflex bush. I thought they would be like proper purple. Obviously you can see the purple there and that, but I think these are the black series, so these are like the proper race ones, so whatever. You're not going to see them when they're in the car anyway. But right, so what I thought, the bracket for the drop link, these new bolts are a little bit too big, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drill them out a little bit with the iron held drill. I was supposed to be using the iron held grinder today, because I thought I'd be grinding down all the wishbones, but don't need to do that, so we're going to get the iron held drill out. I mean, lucky enough this plate is really thin, so it's just literally just gone straight through. And then now that should just, boom, there we go. This side I took this bolt off, and then this one was really hard to get off because I had a lot of movement in, so this time we're gonna make sure that that's on before I put this one in. So we're gonna put this bolt in first. Now I can imagine this being harder to go in. Now this is the hardest bit, because the rear bush just seems a lot thicker now. So trying to get that rear one, or the front one, sorry, seems like a bit of a challenge. Right, so I've got this bottom one threaded in now, which is good.
Guys, this is a fucking joke. Like, I've got that one in, like that's the bottom of the back one, that was a pain in the ass, but it's not that bad. This one, it's just not lining up. The bolt is just not threading in the other side. This side is lower down in there than this side, and it needs to tilt a little bit, but it just won't. Like, it's so annoying. I'm gonna miss the sunbeds, I'm gonna miss everything I've got planned, because this is a fucking joke. Absolutely stupid, lads. It really is stupid. Right, so I've got a socket on there, and that's gonna just press up on the on the bush, and hopefully it sits it up a little bit more. That I am feeling, you know, why the bolt's not going through, and it's the left side which isn't high enough. Oh my god, finally! Wow, that's been an absolute nightmare, guys. Oh my god, guys, that's been an absolute nightmare. It took me so long. Let's get this last bottom ball joint in. Have I got time to go to the sunbeds? No, definitely not. I'm gonna have to go first thing in the morning. Fuck, well that means I'm gonna be ready for the job. Oh well. Fucking annoying. This has been a difficult one, lads. I'm gonna have some tea, then I'm gonna have a lovely shower, and then I'm gonna have a nice sleep.
Right, so everything's on, finally, fucking hell. I'm going to torque everything down I'm going to Google the EVO 8 wishbone torque settings now. I'm going to torque everything down. Right, morning gang, we're down at Performance Northwest again. DPD said that they're going to be here between 9:45 and 10:45, so it's about 9:45 now, so I'm going to get here, just wait here for DPD. And then we're going to bang that bush in, and hopefully, because they're so early, I'll have time to do everything today, put it back together today. The oil filter's going to be here this afternoon as well. While we're waiting, we're going to have a go on Forza. Here we go, it's here. Yes, finally. Fiddliest fucking thing ever. Right, I can see clearly now the rain has gone. So we're going to get this wishbone in quick time. I don't really want to get too dirty, so I've got the gloves outside with me. So if I get dirty, we're going to change the gloves. So the gloves cracking and then me just cracking on like I've got no gloves. So we're going to change the gloves when the hands get dirty. Yeah, let's get going. Arms there. Hopefully this side of the much of the bitch is the other side, but we'll have to just see. So I've actually fully bolted in the rear one, so that's in position now. The difficult bit is getting this one in. For some reason this bush is just so tight. You can actually, with that bottom one, you can actually just hit the bracket down a little bit, put the bush in, and then hit the bracket, and then hit the bracket back up again. And when you tighten down that bolt, it pushes the bracket in. This one, it's a lot stiffer. You can't really move the bracket for where the bush sits. So literally got to hammer this one in. It is a little bit on a slant. I'm guessing that's just from the caster adjustment in the back. It doesn't actually go in perfectly straight. It goes in a little bit of an angle. So when you get this bolt lined up, the rear one doesn't. So I had to line up the rear one and then wedge this down with like a 3/8 extension. I'll show you when I'm doing it. Woo! It's hard on the floor, lad, to tell you that. What I had to do was I had to get a little extension and push through to see where it was hitting on the other side, to see why it weren't lining up. So if I put it on the left side, it's going straight through. If I turn this to the right, it's hitting the wall, so it needs to go a little bit further back. That's not hitting anywhere, so the bolt really should go straight through. Now you see a little bit here, it's actually not perfectly flat on this side. The bolt really won't go through, so got this in and I just wedge it down a bit. Right, so I think the bolt's pretty much lined up, so we're just gonna give it a tap through the hole. Get the 19 socket. Hopefully that starts threading in now. I think that's got a thread. So much quicker than last time. Got our 2 bolts there. I couldn't actually find 2 new bolts at Performance Northwest, so we're going to reuse the old ones. I retapped the thread out to the same size in the arm. I may have to re-dye the threads on them, but we'll see how they go in. Move the arm up into the hub. Fuck, so difficult. Right, there we go, I've got it in. Needs a few more taps up. All the way up. Right, that's it. Right, so I ended up getting the old bolts and I retapped them, so that, wow, this camera's so annoying, man. Right, anyway, I retapped them. You might not be able to see, but that's a retapped one, that is an old one, so they're oh, fuck this camera, mate. I retapped the thread, alright guys, I retapped it because that one's absolutely knackered and their ones are good. So I've retapped them, so I'm going to do this one and I've retapped the other one, and they should straight into the retapped threads which we have created on the wishbone itself. This one is 138, so it's a lot tighter. Right, perfect. All the wishbones are on, everything's all torqued up. Last thing we're going to do now is to change that oil filter. Right, peace of mind, it might be okay, but it would just stress me out. For the sake of tenner, it's really not worth the stress. So I've got a new oil filter. I got one sent here next day delivery. So we're going to put the new oil filter on and hopefully we don't lose a ton of oil. I'm going to try and do it dead quick. Slide that under. Right, I'm going to crack this and then get in a position best for dual wielding. I need to get in a decent position. I think frontwards first. I wish I could remove this, but it takes too much fucking effort, so I'm not going to I'm going to go this way. Go. We've committed. We've committed. It fucking feels horrible. Quick, get it on. Now these never thread nicely the first time. You always have to fucking piss about with him, which is not helping my case. Oh yeah, whoever said that fucking oil doesn't go everywhere, good one. Fucking is with me, you bastard. There we go. Come on, quick! Oil, disgusting. That's disgusting. Right, she's all back on the floor, just on the bricks. Gonna go inside and get ready, and we're gonna go for a drive in a bit. The tracking is going to be all over the place, and the camber and the caster is going to be all over the fucking place. I'm going to drive like shit, but I want to see how it feels, and I want to make sure everything's okay as well. I want to make sure there's no big knots or anything feels loose. So we're just going to drive it to the gym, which is literally like 3 minutes around the corner, get a little bit of feel for the car, take you guys with me, but I'll go and obviously get changed and we'll go out soon. Feels like forever since I've done this, but it's literally been 2 days. I mean, there's no weird knocks. No weird noises, everything feels okay. I mean, I want to sit here and tell you it feels like a different car, but I mean, I can't tell much of a difference. Definitely a little bit stiffer. Seems to have just not drove the car in so long. The last time I drove the car was literally a week ago. But I have only done like 2 bushes, so obviously I'm not going to feel a massive difference. Maybe it feels a lot better when the ones that have really fucked it done at the back. But I can't really tell a huge difference. I guess I'm going to notice a difference when I'm proper cornering, not just going around town at 20 miles an hour. Whether or not I do feel a difference, it obviously has made a difference, so I'm glad we've done it. When I go in over bumps, it does feel a lot stiffer at the front, like it really does feel a lot stiffer. I used to get like a little bit of like, you know, soppiness at the front, but it is a little bit stiffer. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, oh my god, it's like now a totally different car. It doesn't feel like a totally different car, it's just a little bit stiffer on the front, which is probably, well, that's what it says on the box. And the tracking's not out either, like it still dries fine. I know it's shit, I know it wouldn't be that much of a difference, but I have got it on maximum caster, just because that was just the easiest way to set, so I know that it'd be exactly the same. But no, it feels good, man. It feels good, it doesn't feel all on the road. It actually feels better, and I thought it would have felt worse because obviously you're changing loads of stuff and you're not going to set up properly, so obviously it's only a couple of bushes, but no, actually no, it does feel quite a lot stiffer on the front. Now I've been around a few corners and stuff. Man, this car's good. I love this car so much. But this is going to be probably a really long video, guys. I'm probably going to try and shorten it as much as I can, because I reckon I've got like an hour's worth of footage. I may put the full hour on YouTube, on Patreon. Let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching, lads. It's about a week now until I'm back at Motion. About a week. Getting all the race stuff done. So that's going to be some really good content. And in that week, I need to find time to fit the track rod and the inner tyre rod. So I'll be going down to Kieran's this week, and we'll be doing it in his unit. So hopefully you will enjoy that. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. I love you all. I put a really nice picture on Instagram today, because a year today is when I first got the EVO, and I'll put a side by side and a nice little message. So if you've not got me on Instagram, go follow me on Instagram. It's Lockwood. I love you all, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.